it's Joy, and today I'm going to be watching The Boys, Season 3, Episode 7. Here comes a candle to light you... ... to bed. Here comes a chopper to chop off your head, which is not a very good title. It's a stressful title. What a strange nursery rhyme. Played a game at school when you'd be walking around like oranges and lemons and two people would be in the tower bridge and then here comes a chopper to chop off your head, and if you got caught when it came down you were dead. I was quite young playing that game. I am stressed about where this is going. I'm so intensely proud of Annie and stressed about the fallout that's going to come from everything as well. I do want to say that I saw an article that was talking about Erin Moriarty opening up about a lot of the misogynistic hate and abuse she has received since being on The Boys, and I definitely feel like there is a, hopefully small but loud, group of people that probably watch this show and are like, yeah, Homelander's right. And that's something I think sometimes the show, it cuts a little too close to reality with the MAGA right-wing nonsense that I think anyone who happened to be a MAGA right-wing nonsense person watching it would be like, yeah, that Homelander guy involved, we liked him, and it stresses me out. But yes, I am stressed to watch this episode. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon. And let's go.
Trying to incite a panic.
I wonder if Starlight's actions could be
just hideously close to the truth.
Is Starlight just
could be considered treason.
Scorned after Homelander jilted her?
Of course she's
Or
hysterical.
Is she trying to change the subject? Notorious human trafficking ring. Connect the dots, Cameron.
If you want to be happy, living
Jesus
your
Christ.
Never.
Come on, Soldier Boy was a hero, right? I mean, he stormed Normandy.
So you couldn't care less about what happened to MM's family and his grandfather? You hate A-Train for killing your girlfriend. If A-Train had happened to do something heroic as well, would it just cancel out? You can't, because you want to work with him, forget everything he did.
Yeah, he did.
Maeve, thank God she's alive.
Is that concealer? Do you have a bruise?
Uh-huh.
Do you understand? That could happen to any one of us.
That's the difference between you and me.
She's more than her powers.
You need to be a suit.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you letting me live?
I mean, please keep letting her live, but this is some weird obsession thing.
I would never force myself on you.
You force yourself on others.
But I am going to harvest your eggs.
Of course he is. Women's bodies are not their own.
God forbid.
We're trying to combat him, Maeve.
We're here to help.
My team.
Takes the edge off his PTSD.
Wait, he has PTSD?
Huey, you're smart.
To recap, he's radioactive,
Uh-huh.
highly traumatized, and heavily self-medicated.
Uh-huh.
Feels good. Feels right.
This is a dark path you're walking down. I get why you're doing it, but I don't support you. Okay. It's going great.
We're your best pals, huh?
You made eye contact. Oh Lord, he gets into your mind and all your worst thoughts. This is great.
Nightmare until he dies of terminal dehydration.
No, there's got to be a way we can wake him up.
Jesus
I'm still gonna put him into
Christ.
this. Okay, deal's a deal. You help me finish this, I'll kill Homelander. Butcher had given up his life for that in a heartbeat.
I mean, he would. But we're gonna save you, it's all
Or
fine.
not.
Huey. The nightmare he's in, neck pain is the least of his troubles.
Fuck me about.
It is no wonder Butcher is so messed up, but therapy is what he needs.
You're so wrong. What is it then?
Well, let's find out.
If Frenchie could come into his own.
Oh. When did you have your first drink? Right now? Oh my God! Wow. Okay.
I thought all the time she'd been with the boys it would have happened sooner.
Okay. Well, cheers to that. He doesn't want to be saved.
He will do. Eventually. And,
What?
you know, he has some valid points, but at the same time, he's walking down a path that goes against everything he used to believe in.
What about it?
Or does she want it so she can protect Frenchie? Sweet.
But you don't know if it'll do that again. I mean, you could get yourself killed.
I won't do it. I'm sorry.
Because she thinks the powers weren't the monster she is, so if she has them back, she can protect Frenchie.
Mouth must feel like a Hoover Deluxe.
God, every single thing you say is so gross.
Mm-hmm.
He saved me.
You're on a mission. You get the job done. Okay? I stormed North.
No wonder your friends all turned on you.
Nazis. You
No,
want
you
to know what I
didn't.
do when I'm sad or scared?
It's fucking crap. And I... Oh.
Just because you're strong doesn't mean you are good or powerful.
I got us this far, didn't I?
No, she got us this far.
You got us this far?
Just
This is how you repay me?
you propped me up, huh?
She
I ain't
did,
wrote a
you
few lines.
idiot.
I'm the one how to fucking sell it.
Everything is wonderful. Butcher.
man.
The cycle continues. To this day on V now. Oh, yeah.
Lenny, I didn't mean.
You are continuing the cycle. Do better. Go to therapy and do better.
You ought to take a page out of his book.
I will say the most ridiculous thing about this, all the Union Jack and the England flag, like, unless there was like the Olympics or like a World Cup, there are no flags in the UK, not like there are in America.
Fucking little Don't you listen to that worthless lump of shite.
This is the part of you that knows better. Focus on that. And go to therapy for all of your pain.
I'll have a look.
Oh, I'd appreciate that very much.
Just don't start singing Russian music.
So, where you guys headed?
We're just
Or is
on
it
our
any
way
music
to a
sounds like that to
Samaritan's
him?
Embrace retreat over there in Danville. Oh my god! Oh my god! What the fuck? No, no, you have PTSD. You have PTSD and you are super fucking stoned. Get off me! Oh, fuck me!
There are other ways to do it that don't include shooting them in the head.
This is what I'm talking about. This is being a soldier.
No, because you could have shot them in the legs so they can't come after you if you had to shoot them. You have PTSD. Just because you're Jensen Ackles doesn't mean I like you.
The human trafficking ring? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I suppose it's pure
Course.
coincidence that no matter how ugly it is,
God, they're
Starlight
here.
is a wolf. No, of course not.
This is too close to home. Somebody scared. Pop his head while he's distracted.
Go on, please.
Someone needs.
Someone you can trust.
Someone like you.
I got
She is
for you.
trying to get to everyone she can.
What I'm proposing is strictly a transactional relationship.
Is her daughter okay? Oh, he's not dead.
Awake.
I'm somewhat disappointed.
Because we gave you his heart. No more heart disease. You're gonna get to run again.
I mean,
What?
to be fair, A, it'd be disgusting to have a racist heart inside of me. B, it'd be really funny if I was a person of colour to be alive because a racist person died. This, I don't know, maybe you can take some power from it, but also, A-Train, go to prison. Do not pass go.
Insane amounts.
But for a soldier boy, it's a nap.
That is not a substance we should be handling.
Russia.
Talk to him about going back on V. It's your decision ultimately, but don't do it out of fear.
Your freedom, your humanity, you have it. Girl, please.
She was human on the V as well.
But no, it's my choice.
Okay, if she's not doing this from a place of fear. Are you sure it isn't just from fear and wanting to protect Frenchie and yourself? If it's truly your choice, we stand by you.
Jesus Christ.
The temporary V that they're taking. Fuck.
Things had gotten. We know how
This is so depressing.
scared you are.
And he needs to talk to Todd alone. All right.
You should be talking to her about this as well.
What kind of danger you put my baby girl in?
There's no danger. Starlight
Jesus
is making
Christ.
all that up. Read any news outside the establishment media.
Jesus Christ. He's a
They're lying.
crazy
All
MAGA
of them,
conspiracy.
all of them.
QAnon.
Homelander is lying to you, feeding you this insane fairy tale, and you're too fucking stupid and brainwashed to fucking see it.
Hey,
Accurate.
you.
Both of you.
You're not her father.
Someone's got to be.
Fuck you.
Marvin!
Todd is a piece of shit, but you shouldn't have done that. One punch can kill. You wanted to protect your daughter. This is why you should be in therapy. And why your ex should be leaving, Todd, because he's going down a dangerous path.
Well, Maeve's just learning her manners. And you?
Please say she's filming right now.
I see who you are. I see how small you are.
It's true. He's very powerful, but he is a small little man.
That's next.
Please say she's been filming him this whole time.
Now that you've told my 190 million followers.
Yep.
I'm still pretty famous.
Good. Constantly, every time you step into Warp, film him. He says so much shit all the time. But still, the lunatic MAGA people would be like, yeah, Homelander. Because they're too far gone. Is Huey gonna teleport away with him and be like, wake Butcher? He's showing a lot of trust.
Okay, hey, I don't want to be here. I was pretending to be someone I'm not. I'm not like Soldier Boy. That guy's full of shit. I mean, no one is that tough, and the people who say they are, they're lying.
Yep.
I'm maybe if I'm gone, he leaves you be.
You stupid fucking twat. Don't you leave him.
I gotta go.
That's not your fault, Butcher.
It ain't my job to look after you. Don't be such a fucking tough all your life.
Last straw. Last words. Didn't even take him back. It's not his fault, it's their father and everyone in their lives that enabled this. They were both kids. Just children.
It's your fault.
Don't say that. That's not true.
You don't know, then he didn't think
I'm
that.
off it, Billy.
Maybe this will be a wake-up call for Butcher.
Deal's the deal. Where we at?
Bang! Yep. God, Homelander's doing it slowly as well. He's not Homelander, Soldier Boy. They're as bad as each other. Could have shot him in the head easy. Oof. Moment of truth.
Why would they do that?
Homelander. Fucking hell. What did they tell him? Is Homelander like biologically his kid or something? You need to make better choices. I know you think you're doing it for the right reasons, but you're falling down the slippery slope.
Tell me, how many doses have you taken?
A lot.
Butcher.
Stupid to take it. We didn't know the risks. Now he's gonna think he's killed someone else.
Only thing open was Long John's.
Got to swing by the office and get some more.
Butcher.
I'm gonna finish this fucking job.
Well, we came close to a revelation.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Huey, earlier today you were like, I don't want to do this. And now you're like, well, you know, if people die, people die.
I'm gonna save Huey. Even if he doesn't want me to.
It's what you do when you love someone. It's her choice now, fully. There's more, enough for someone else to have a dose, which scared me. If Huey or Butcher tried a full dose, it might kill them, but would it also stabilize them? It's gonna be okay. And back things go to how they were. But it was her choice this time, which I love.
Spin, doctor. Go fucking spin it.
Oh no, don't tell me that's where Ryan is. He's
Turns
the
out-
dad, fuck.
Vogelbaum made a kid. If they'd have just kept me around, I'd have let you take the spotlight. What father wouldn't want that for his son?
Jesus fucking Christ, this is gonna go to hell. And he's finally potentially gonna have a family that loves him, or is Soldier Boy using this to get to him? I just don't know who to trust anymore. Okay, I love that Annie is continuing the path of just speaking the truth, because hiding behind War and trying to do it trying to cross lines and do things the way that they want her to, so that Homelander doesn't fly off the handle or whatever. Homelander's still hurting people and killing people, and they're just going to keep creating more versions of him and more dangerous things at the very least that hurt people, even if they want to move away from soups or whatever. So I respect her so completely and so much, and I'm loving following her journey. I am very worried for MM. he just needs to be in therapy. They all do. Everything he's been through, to then see your child being put into danger, being brought into the presence of someone you know to be a psychopath by a man who has just brought hook, line and sinker into this. I mean, if you put it into the real world context, if I were to have a child with somebody and then we broke up or we weren't together anymore and they were with someone and that person was a raging Trump supporting Tory, I would be like, you gotta break up that relationship, right? Because my child is not going near that. It's bad enough for me knowing that my half sister is being raised in a Tory household. Okay, I'm gonna need to be the labor in her life. So I can't even imagine what he was going through. But obviously, I think some of his past trauma and anger issues are what caused him to hit Gary, Bob, stepdad. The danger, of course, is one punch can kill. Is not exactly a weak person. So if he's dead, that is a murder charge. And if he is just injured, he seems the type to press charges. Maybe because there's family involved he won't, but regardless, his daughter saw him do it. The best thing to do would have been to get to the house like he did, to talk to his ex and to be like, look, is this the environment we want for our daughter? Like, I know these things about Homelander. I know you don't like that I go into that crazy soup hunting thing, but believe me, when I do it, I know XXXXX about Homelander. It is not safe for her to be in his presence and things like that. I feel like that was the best way to deal with it, and then kind of make it clear that I do not support my daughter going near that, and at the end of the day, it should be up to her. Obviously, the thing that took me over the head was, well, someone has to be her dad, but taking her to terrorist rallies is not exactly being a good dad. So that was a mess, and I'm very concerned because we didn't see MM again. I am so thankful Kamiko got the choice this time, and that we really kind of saw that she had been thinking about it. I wish she'd had more time between almost dying with Frenchie and making the decision, because part of me does feel like it's definitely a decision she made because she was powerless to help him. But I think it also ties into her revelation that she thought the V made her a monster, but it was her choices. She was never a monster. She was somebody put in impossible situations. And it is true, like all powers, people with, in any kind of show, good people with powers do good things, bad people with powers do bad things. And then with this show you have the kind of grey area where they do things accidentally. So yeah, I thought when Huey tried to be like, oh, Soldier Boy's not that bad because, he was a hero. Would it matter to him if A-Train was a hero? Would he be like, oh, yeah, he killed my girlfriend right in front of me in a careless accident due to his drugs, but you know what? He's a hero, so of course not. But I think it's the sort of thing you tell yourself, or at least it helped him to deal with Soldier Boy in the meantime by believing, well, yes, he's a shit person who's caused a lot of collateral damage, but he was also a hero. The whole dynamic between the three of them was very interesting, this whole mission. I think we saw that Huey is still in there, the Huey that didn't want unnecessary violence and collateral damage. Yes, even if Mind Man is in the heads of this random religious people, you don't have to shoot them in the head. There are ways you could do something to them. You could knock them over the head. Soldier Boy is freaking strong. I mean, hopefully a light tap. He could just physically manhandle them and restrain them. There were two of them in bodies that were not exactly world's strongest man candidates. Could have very easily dealt with them in a way that was non-lethal, but who gives a shit? Not Soldier Boy. Now, the beginning bit with Soldier Boy, oh, fuck's sake, I keep calling the wrong around. Homelander and Maeve was absolutely chilling with him just being like, I'm just going to take your eggs and make our children anyway. Because women's reproductive rights are under assault in the real world, and throughout history women have just been viewed as breeding machines to produce lines and heirs and whatnot. And I think that scene at the beginning, the minutes he told something to Soldier Boy that freaked him out, I was immediately like, well, he's definitely the biological father of Homelander. Intrigued about who the biological mother is now, because would it be another Soup? Like, was it Crimson Countess, or is it somebody totally different? He was grown in a lab and all that lovely stuff, raised in a way that made him an utter psychopath. I don't entirely know what Soldier Boy's excuse for being an utter psychopath is, but he's not. He's more human than Homelander. Like, they're both terrible, terrible people who should be rotting in prison for the rest of their lives and should not exist. But I feel like there's more humanity in Soldier Boy. It's evil humanity, but it's there. The truth about Homelander is even more out now because he said it live, on air. It wasn't just Starlight Annie, but as he keeps saying, oh, you know, he's bad. We have him being like, murder. Right. Butcher. It was heartbreaking to sort of see his story in full happen before us. At the end of the day, it wasn't his fault. Yes, there were things he could have done differently, but he was a kid who'd grown up in a traumatized, broken home where he was being hurt and protecting his brother, and he needed out. And I think it's heartbreaking in that moment, but if he'd stayed, he probably would have been killed by his dad or killed his dad, and he couldn't, you know, at most he would have been thinking, and never in a million years would he have thought his brother would take his own life. He would have been thinking, oh, you know, it might suck for him for a few years, but then he'll get out too. And instead this happened. It just shows you how much more help there needs to be for kids when they're going through this kind of situation, because there should have been other adults in their lives who were looking out for them. So it's very heartbreaking to see, but then it's the moment when you see how much he associates Huey with Lenny, and then he finds out this thing they've done is killing Huey, and he's just like, oh yeah, let's get some more, shall we? The English accents in the show amuse me a lot. I do feel like, is it partly because they've already had the lethal dose of temporary V, so what the fuck, we might as well finish what we started while we still can? I could kind of see that being his justification, like, well, I've already killed him, so... but it is pretty shit. And does Huey no longer have a phone? I know he didn't leave things very well with Annie, but I feel like if she were to text him like 911 or even like the temporary V will kill you, I think he'd listen. He may still also agree that it's worthwhile to keep taking it. He may decide, oh, you know, our lives are worth taking down Homelander, but I think he should have the right to decide that. And we saw him, I think some of what he was saying to Mindman, I know that wasn't his name, but it's what his name is now, was genuine. The kind of, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want this to be me, I don't want this to be my life, I think was real. But at the end of the day, he's still straight there, back on the team, willing to do whatever it takes, which is quite disappointing for both him and Butcher. I can understand it, I understand what a terrible threat Homelander is, and that any other way to stop him doesn't seem to be working, but it is pretty shit. Head Popper Lady, did she give him the location of Ryan? Because that is sadistically awfully terrible, if that is the case. And how is her daughter? I would like to know. And then Black Noir, just a candidate for therapy yet again. This entire show, I think, basically the boys, the argument it's making, it is actually just, we need more therapy and mindfulness in the world. This is a good episode. I'm stressed for the finale. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and thank you so much for watching.